But you know what? I just realized we accidentally smelted down my spear. Yeah, if we want to take these guys on, we need to have legit gear. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on that then. We'll try it later. We need to start crafting some spears so we can just spam them, because right now we're having to buy them and they're not that good, and they're also in, I would say, fairly limited supply. So we can only buy like 2 or 3 at a time. Alright, anyways, let's keep going. So we'll go through the storm. We need to make our way up to Jamaris, and then we'll continue to head west from there. But Jamaris has a tournament. Let's try it. We'll bet on the first round. I think we're going to have the same issue we had last time. So our buddy's got javelins. We'll stay back and gang up on this guy. Wow, 13 damage. Oh, he must have got hit in the head then. Alright, here we go. Dude, how many throwing weapons does this guy have? There we go, knocked him out. So, 58, yeah, we need to work on our one-handed. Alright, no more betting, let's just keep going. Dude, what are we getting hit on? Oh, he's hitting our leg. Look at how fast this guy's attacks are, especially the stabs. Yeah, we're dead. 217 damage too, and I was stunned, so there's nothing I could have done there. What is that unit anyways? Jawal Light Infantry, so he must be pretty high level then to be attacking that fast. Jawal Light Infantry? Yeah, he's the one that won. He probably shouldn't be in here. He's barely a level 1 or level 2? Whoa. These guys are legit then. Alright, what is... So that's a one-handed skill of 175. That does seem pretty high for a tier 2. These must be the elite troops or the noble line. Yeah, these are definitely the noble line. Look at that. Even the tier 1 has a one-handed skill of 150. That's crazy. It's an interesting way to balance it, though. I hadn't thought about that. So while they do have separate trees, they're like completely different too. Like the militia type or your standard levy versus, say, like a house troop. All right, interesting. So yeah, what it's doing is it's mixing regular troops in with noble line, and even though they're the same tier, it's not fair at all because the noble lines are insane. So maybe tournaments aren't really going to be a thing for us. That's going to be kind of hard, but there's still a lot of opportunity out there. We just need to go find some bandits to go beat up on. Oh, there we go. There's some looters back here. Yeah, I feel like the AI is doing a really good job hunting down bandits and looters here. It probably has more to do with how many mercenaries are on the map. So typically each faction would have like 3, I think, 3 or 4. 3, 4, yeah, something like that. And then now each one has like, I don't know, 8 to 10. So there's a lot of extra units on the map that aren't normally here. But anyways, let's keep farming. A pretty easy fight. We got Scourge again. Why is he getting so many kills? I wonder if he has better equipment than everybody else. And then Illyrio Rossi went down, but let's keep farming. Right, the looter parties are getting a little big over here, but I think we should probably be able to handle it. 18 versus 23. Let's make sure they don't group up, but we'll go for it. Yeah, it says we're slightly in the lead here. All right, so they don't want to engage. I'm going to spend some time lobbing some arrows into them, and then we'll get them to charge, and then we'll come back. Okay, there we go. I ended up shooting 2 people dead, but I hit, I don't know, 15 times. Hit them a lot. So I was aiming pretty high too. I had to aim about that to hit about 150 meters. Here we go. We'll get a few more shots in. We'll leave our... Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's too many to dodge. We'll leave these guys on fire at will. I think when they get close, we'll put them on hold fire. But hopefully we can whittle some of their numbers down as well before they get to us. There we go. One more shot. There we go. All right, hold fire. Oh wow, yeah, they did a good job. They are getting stabbed a little bit. Perfect. Let's go deal with the rest. Let's go deal with the rest. Yeah, so far this line's pretty strong. Alright, there we go. Pretty painless actually. We didn't lose anybody. The shield wall holds really well, and as long as we get some kills before they reach us, they can't overwhelm. So that worked out pretty well. A couple people with 2 kills. Archie, Earl, and Jesse. There's another group, similar size, 23. Let's try and... Ooh, 30. That might be too much, though. Yeah, let's take on this 23, and then we'll move to the next town so we can heal up. Here we go. They're attacking us again. But yeah, most of them didn't even reach our line. Way too much throwing weapons. The problem's going to come when either they have stronger armor and so we can't punch through it that easily, or if they have enough troops that they just throw bodies to get to our line. I just realized it's kind of funny. These people have decent helmets. Some of them have crappy ones, but literally everybody's got these little looter sweater vests. Not very good armor. Yeah, look, it's the same stuff that they have. So, not really surprising. Oh, we did lose somebody at the end there. I was going to say we didn't lose anybody, but the rocks took him out. Let's see what we got. Bernardo de la Sala with 3. And then we've got our bow up to 87. We're getting there. Get another group of 18 here. We'll take out... Hopefully we don't have to share it. Yeah, just us. There we go. Another one. We got up to level 90. So 10 more levels, we'll have bow up. And then Urias with 2 kills here. And we're starting to pile up a decent amount of prisoners. We need to get to the next town so we can pawn them off. The Legetta is just across the way. We got to be very careful here, though. That's deserters, and they're all mounted. Yeah, they have... Oh, boy. All right, yeah. This guy scared him off. So let's get to Legetta. And I think first thing, let's get rid of the prisoners. We'll get a little bit of roguery for that. I think once we start doing prison breaks, like right here, there's a prison break opportunity if we had their skill. Yeah, we should probably start working on that soon. Spend some time smelting and crafting and stuff. We've got a few of our companions up to level 50, so we'll be able to make steel. That should help us out quite a bit when we want to craft tier 3 weapons. There we go, 3 of them. And in terms of gear, we've got, yeah, 30,000. Wow, that's a lot. We still need to stock up on some stuff. Yeah, you can see here, 195 crude. We probably want to buy some stuff if we can. I don't see any hardwood, unfortunately. We'll find a place that sells it, and then we'll buy it. But this either needs to be refined, or we need to drop it off at our warehouse. So we should go look for that. We did hit Artisan Community, so we're going to get daily renown for profitable workshops. We have 1. We're almost there, so 4 days with a profitable workshop, we'll get it, even if we don't fight again. But then when we want to hit Clan Tier 2, it's going to go even faster because we'll be able to buy another workshop and double the speed. So that should help. All right, I also hired a new companion, but not for our party. Eventually, we'll pull him back into our party, but not yet. So what I want to do is get him outfitted with at least some decent gear, because he's going to be running a caravan for us. So we'll spend a little bit of money, get him outfitted, make sure he's got what he needs. Let's give him maybe some... 1 set of javelins should be enough, and then we'll get him, make sure he's not completely naked in certain areas. So we'll get him a raider fur helmet. There you go. You look like a trader right there. And then we need some hand covering. Got 15 or 20, but it's like 10 times the cost. So let's just give him the 15. That should be fine. I think this is good. Yeah, I just didn't want to send him out when he's naked. We'll make sure he has a good chance to survive. And I did a little bit of testing. It doesn't feel like the regular troops versus the expensive troops made much of a difference. So we're just going to pay for the regular troops. Because the expensive troops, they do eat into your profit margin as well. So let's go and form a caravan. Oh, wow. Why is it 30k? Not that it matters, but usually it's 15, I think. I don't know why it's double now. There must be a mod. No, because I tested this with mods. All the mods that I have on, I tested it with. Yeah, something is messing with this number. Not, like I said, not that it matters. Money is going to be a lot easier to come by in this one. But where's our guy here? Ekroyd Thwaites. There you go. Go have yourself a blast. See where he goes. There he goes. Oh, nice. You got a boat already too? Jeez. All right, well, hopefully he doesn't make us go broke, because we don't have a whole lot of cash. And sometimes when they first start out, they start chewing through your cash. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, onward. So we are going to go from Legetta to Rote, and then probably north, Epicrodia, Diathma, Argaron, Seniopa. So let's just make sure we visit all of these. I'm going to do Legetta tournament as well. I know we're not going to win it, but the more we try it, the more XP we'll get. Okay, we're not going to do any betting here. Oh, she got stabbed good. Let's finish her off. There we go. Poor sword sister. All right, let's get a couch lance. Yep. Oh, I can't believe I missed it. We really should be doing some one-handed. but it's all right. We'd have to stop and get off. Yeah, those are our guys. All right, here we go. We should be able to finish this off. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. All right, there's one down. Yeah, crush through. I really like that they added a higher % chance to crush through with stab weapons. It makes so much more sense now. Because it's hard. I feel like it's really hard to block a thrust attack. Here we go. Last one. Just put him on his butt. Okay, we might have a chance at this one if we don't get some weird some weirdo that just comes in and one taps us. Oh, we're doing very little damage to this guy. Right, we're gonna get stomped here. No, oh wow. Vigor, oh, that's the guy we were struggling against earlier, I think. We do have javelins. Let's go ahead and throw. There we go, headshot. And there we go. Yeah, we gotta fight this guy now. Go easy, please. Go easy. Oh, dude, that's such a fast attack. Like, I can't even react to it. I just have to hold... Oh, okay, we got hit. We got hit in the face. So he's not going down. Maybe we can cheese it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if it's our last resort, I don't mind. And we're getting a little bit of one-handed from it as well. No, I should have done an overhead. I was doing good with the overhead, and as soon as I did the side, that's when it all went to piss. Alright. Alright, like I said, the main goal there is to get one-handed, so it doesn't really cost us anything if we're not betting. So one-handed is almost a 75. So goal now is to get up to, or get to the east. We'll go to Rote, and then we'll try and pick on some looters on the way. Yeah, here we go. Actually, that group of 18 just ran right by us. They didn't really care. That might not be a bad idea, because the more of these types of groups we take out, the better gear we'll get. We won't have to pay for it, but that's all right. We'll stick to these for now until we get the skill up higher. We're going to try a consolidated formation, see if this helps. We're going to have less frontage for shooting or throwing javelins, but my hope is that... No, this is not as good. Yeah, we're losing people. Right, let's spread them out. We'll back up. Give a little ground while you spread out. Let's make sure we can cover their frontage. Oh crap. Yeah, we almost got stabbed in the back. Alright, they have 12 people left still. A lot of slingers. Alright, start picking them off. Oh, you stupid freaking horse. It's funny. The horses can stun you too. If you have a ranged weapon and they bump you, it's just like if a melee person did it. They'll stun you out of your attack. There we go. So we got 9 kills. A decent amount of them were with the bow. So 8 more levels. We did lose a few people. It was all... Actually, no, it wasn't a rocks. It was when they charged in. So having a tight formation when you're trying to actually compete with them is not a good idea. Stretching them out long and thin seems to work. If you're trying to stay defensive to survive, like bow and arrows and or ranged weapons, and let your backline do it, then yeah, I think getting in tight like that helps. All right, capacity exceeded. Oh yeah, it's because we have way too much crude in wrought iron. So when we get to the town, we'll try and refine some of it, clear out some of that weight. So on to Rote. Oh cool, this guy gets Shipmaster XP now. And I think I downloaded a patch that fixes the Shipmaster XP, because in the base game it's absolutely impossible to level this thing up past like 100 or 150. You would literally spend 20-30 years and you still would barely have less than 200. So glad to see they did that. So this guy's the caravan leader. So do we want him to get fish? I guess he could get fish for free and sell it. Or travel speed at sea. Obviously the travel speed would be really good, because the faster he moves, the faster he can trade. Swimming endurance of the crew, I don't care about that, because they're auto-resolving anyways. And then this one, 15% catch brought into fishing boats and settlements. I don't think we're going to have settlements, so governor perk is kind of irrelevant. I think this would be the safe one because I don't even know if they actually do get the fish or if it has to be the player. It says party leader, so my guess is it probably would. But, you know, if they have 25% chance to catch, so every 4 hours they catch a fish, and if a fish is worth like 10, so what, like 6 times? So 6 times a day they would catch a fish. So 60, they would get an extra 60 dinars per day. That's not terrible, an extra 60. But let's actually just take this travel speed, and that'll actually prevent them from getting caught easy. It'll help them to get not get caught. Let's get away from these guys. Oh boy, that was close. Yes, some deserter parties are very strong. Some of them seem like they're not the strongest, but yeah, let's not mess with them for a little while. I think what we need to do is get a few more people. Let's get 3 more so we could have 20 total in our front line. I think that's what we'll end up doing. Oh, and we did hit clan tier 1. So now we can start becoming a mercenary for somebody. Where do we have our workshop? I forgot. What city is that in? It's in Amatatis, which is these guys. Yeah, so Milan. So we could talk to anybody. Let's talk to this guy before he gets out of here. Desporian. So I would like to enter the service of Emperor Bernabo Visconti. I think in real life he was a duke, not an emperor, but that's fine. So we'll accept it. Now, the mercenary contract is good for at least 84 days. It's locked. So we can't get out of that, which I'm fine with, but just something to keep in mind. If we get surrounded by a unit and we want to cancel to stop getting captured or whatever, we can't do that. Can't do that, cheese. Or maybe you can. Do you just take extra penalty? Are you sure you want to end? It probably blocks you, is my guess. Anyways, let's get back to work. So I need to hire 3 more people. Let me do that real quick. We've got 3 new recruits here. We've got Catherine the Bambino, John Bannerlord himself, and Lupo Meraviglioso. Fun to say, but not that easy for my American mouth. Right, some of these people don't have helmets. Let's get Catherine at least a little something to cover her head. 3 grand. We don't have that much. Yeah, let's just give her a leather cap for now, and we'll figure the rest out later. So sell all the gear. I think we're good there. And then, oh, we don't have enough money to buy another workshop, do we? Yeah, we need to go to Amatatis to be able to drop stuff off. But what we should do is we should spread these workshops out so that we have multiple ones to go to. So there's Rote. Let's go. We'll go back to Amatatis and we'll drop off some smithing materials. All right, let's get into the warehouse. And actually, what we should do, let's see if they have any hardwood for us. Which they don't. That's fine. Let's go do some smithing real quick. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to smelt. So again, just trying to get those polearm unlocks. So we'll focus them first. And 46. We might have... No, we're right at the edge. No, we did. Yeah, we do have some tier 3 parts. Okay. This one does 6 pierce. Let's see where we actually get up to more pierce damage. Oh, it's a lot. So like a lot of these are 6. I think the ones we're currently using are 6. But if we can get more than 6, that'd be good. Look at that. Yep. Same. And then hit this one for whatever reason. This one jumps up to thrust to 20. Oh, but this one, yeah, this should not be a tier 3 part. This uses fine steel. And then this one, for whatever reason, has thrust damage of 14. So if we can get that unlocked, the jagged spearhead, we'll probably use that until we can get some of these other ones. And if we, yeah, see, even if we come down here, that doesn't make sense. This is only 9. And why is it blunt? Sparring, okay. Benevolent head. Thrust. Well, that makes it interesting. If it's blunt damage, it might pierce through armor better, more easily. But yeah, looking at some of this thrust damage, this tier 5 weapon parts are not really that impressive. Yeah, I know RBM kind of throw things for a loop, so I'm wondering if it just doesn't display the stats properly, or maybe damage isn't the big thing. Maybe it's all the stats combined. But anyways, we'll try it. We'll see. So yeah, we have a little ways to go. Yeah, here we go. We got some parts. Make our spears look good. Okay, anyways, that should be good for now. I don't know if there's a whole lot else we can do here. I guess we could craft and smelt because we do have we have a little bit of charcoal, crude and rot. So why don't we try and find something to craft here then? So this one looks like it... Oh, what happened? Yeah, this one looks like it sells for 800. So that means this would be one of the better ones to craft and smelt. Oh, do you know what? These don't even require materials. That's kind of cheesy. It is what it is. It doesn't add to the value though, does it? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, but between these two, they're the same. So we'll try to find the best one. This is always funny. I love this. I don't know if this is a mistake or if they kept it in as a meme, but you can have a pole arm. There's your pole arm right there. Wouldn't do any grip. So, yeah, that is a goofy handle for your spear. So it looks like the tier 4, it only requires hardwood, but it is going to boost that value up quite a bit. And then what about this? Steel and iron. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. So it's only going to cost 2 iron, 1 hardwood, and 1 charcoal. So what we need to do is get somebody else. Let's go ahead and convert, and then we'll go back here. We'll go to our main, because I want John Hawkwood to get most of the XP here, so we can get those perks. There we go. Now, what kind of... Yeah, there we go. That unlocked... Oh, it unlocked Jagged Spearhead. All right, let's maybe rest for a little bit, and then I want to craft a couple of those things and see if we can use them or not. I'm just going to keep crafting and smelting these things, and that should raise our unlocks by quite a bit. There we go. Yeah, a lot of tier 3 still. Yeah, we still have a ways to go. That's okay. So what does this one require then? So this is 3 iron, but we can still get a few of them. The biggest issue is the difficulty. It's 167, so anything we craft here is going to get penalized. So why don't we try and reduce... Oh, wow. It doesn't reduce the penalty. Actually goes up when we take it off. What about... Yeah, see, here we go. This is a little bit better if we go with the different shaft. So for personal use, we would want to get something that's closer to this. I wouldn't mind having spear brace either. And then we'll try and keep the length down to like 180. Something like that would be reasonable. 175 maybe? Yeah, we'll go 175. Okay, we can make 4 of these. So let's see what it looks like. Normal, balanced, normal, rusty. Okay, so we got pretty good. Let's get rid of that rusty one. And then see if we can create another one. Nope, we need a few more of these. Can we get a good one? Yeah, we got a normal at least. Actually, we can do another. Ooh, a dull. Let's get rid of the dull. Okay, how do these stack up to our current ones though? It's not showing as better, unfortunately. One of them did though. 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them got swapped out. So it says that these are better. I'm curious. So yeah, if you look at, there's like the regular stats from the base game, and then below it, it says RBM stats. So relevant skill, thrust damage factor, swing speed meters per second, thrust speed meters per second, thrust damage factor. What does our thrust damage factor look like on these? Yeah, the biggest thing is the weapon reach. So it seems like the equip best item is preferencing the length over anything else. Is that accurate for this? So 123... These are 175. Yeah, that's probably why, because we were getting some of these short ones. Interesting. So these are quite a bit longer, but they have a lot less damage. So what I might do is just manually place these. It's going to want to swap it out, but that's fine because we can just smelt these down so they can't have access to it. So let's do that. And then eventually, once we get our final one that we want to keep, then we will lock them in place so the AI can't take them away. Here we go. A couple more smelts. And then we're good to go. So I think at this point, let's put a bunch of the crude down. Let's actually put all the crude, wrought iron. Let's put all the crafting stuff down except for the things we need to smelt. So we could still smelt stuff. We'll keep the materials for that. And then we'll come back here to craft and do all that stuff. So this uses, yeah, this barely uses anything, 202. So we could just keep a huge stockpile of stuff here. And then eventually we'll increase the material by refining it. And then we'll be able to craft whatever we want. Because we're going to need a huge operation. If we're going to have like 100 or 200 mercenaries, all with custom weapons, then we're going to need to do something pretty drastic in terms of like assembly line. Now, the other thing I want to do is get off of the throwing axe. So we're currently using throwing axes, but I would like to get over to javelins. Now, the one we can start with is 49 damage, which is not that bad actually. Maybe it's worth crafting. And it only uses wrought iron. Maybe we should do that. We need more hardwood though, because if we have 20 people, they each have 2 each, we need 40. So we need 40 hardwood. Let's go ahead and make it a point to take care of that right now. So where is hardwood? We need to go find a village and then we'll buy them out. There used to be one here. Popsia. Yeah, they moved it a little bit to the east. So let's head over there. Actually, is there one closer? Because we could always go up to the English territory. I know there's a bunch up there, but it's probably better if we just stick to this area. Why don't we go, we can go visit Lycaron. We'll go Popsia, Physian, and then we'll head back. That'll let us stretch our legs a little bit. We can go visit some new areas. And my God. All right, don't take over my camera, please, game. Now, we do have to be careful because we're at war with somebody now. So it's not just looters and stuff. Now, these guys are way slower than us, and the AI has a patch that doesn't allow them to chase if they're too slow. So as long as we don't run straight into them, we should be fine. All right, these guys have a little bit of hardwood. Let's go ahead and snatch all that up. And then whatever food we're short on, we should probably stockpile. Oh, these guys don't have any food. Okay, let's do that. We'll go to Physian. We'll hit Popsia on the way back. And then we'll go craft some javelins. But we do need to still keep farming up. So let's go fight these looters. Nice. We do get to... what do you call it? We get to put ourselves as a leader, and we can use that bonus here. So decrease taken range damage from attack, from ranged attacks. So 15% there. That's going to help quite a bit. And we'll make sure everybody stays here in the melee cav. Now, I don't know if captain perks apply until you get to this point, so we'll see. They might be significantly better now that we've got our self placed as the captain. So what would we get? One-handed skill plus 30. That's huge because they don't have any. And the polearm skill plus 30. Bow skill. A lot of the other stuff doesn't matter. Melee damage by troops. Yeah, a little bit of bonus here and there. Mainly it's those two, the polearm and the one-handed skill. That's a big difference. We need to get our personal skills leveled up higher if we want to get more captain perks for them. So we'll work on that. Here we go. We killed off just a handful with our archers. I tried to spread the damage out so that these guys can get the kills, but that took us up to 95. Let's go ahead and get these guys some XP though. They definitely need it. Especially the new ones. Let's see who's on the end. Yeah, our new people are over here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Catherine the Bambino. Well, hopefully they can get... Oh, man. They're rushing these guys. What if we slowly fall back while they're moving? Oh, no. I guess we are making them route. No, what are they doing? They're routing? They're not routing? Alright, let's just charge them. We'll get in there and help. Yep, good shot. When these guys have javelins, they're going to be slightly good. Half of these are falling at their feet. If they have javelins, it's going to be way better. These guys are not really defending themselves. It's weird. Some of our attacks are bouncing off of them. It's very interesting. I think maybe we're hitting with the handle or something. It's such a short weapon. It's kind of hard to hit with anything else. There we go. There we go. All right, what do we got? So we went up to 71. Yeah, we're not quite to 100 with these other ones. And then I think we have to go back and use throwing weapons a little bit. We need a few more XP there as well. That looks good. Looks good. 2 people with 2 kills. So Lupo, that's one of the new ones. And then Truce Baldazzi. Now we're still overburdened. What is making us so overburdened then? Do we have a bunch of food? Yeah, hardwood, kind of. I'm a little confused. What is so heavy? Because these weapons are very light. Look at that, 0.26 compared to a single hardwood, which is 10. So we don't have that much food. Maybe it's the hardwood. I guess we got to go back. But this would be what, 570? This is like another 17, something like that. It's not that much. Or 170, I mean. Anyways, let's go. Kind of already overburdened. If we get more hardwood from Popsia, we're going to be even worse off. Let's just go back. Let's go back and craft. I do think we have enough to get the javelins, so hopefully that's the case. And for our main character, we're going to take all of the curious perks. So curious smelter, curious smith. We'll try and do as much of that as we can with them, and then our companions will handle all the refining. Here we go. Level 16, we need to put our focus point or attribute point somewhere else now. And I think we discussed it earlier. I think control is probably the right call, so we'll do that. We need writing to get maxed out soon. One more level and we'll have that maxed. We haven't really leveled it up yet, but we will. Athletics is just so important. We need to do that first, for sure. Then we'll do that. And then we'll start taking some of these, like leadership is going to be pretty important. Roguery will probably be the first one though. That one needs to be as high as it can get. And then probably some of the stuff down here, because we're going to have, we'll have different times of the campaign where we'll do mostly naval combat. Other times we'll do a lot of on land, and then maybe towards the end we'll just do whatever we can. So we'll mix it up. I am kind of curious to see how these companions fight on the boat. And let's take a look at Ekroyd Thwaites. He's up to 113 trade. That's pretty good. Fairly fast. So caravans gather trade rumors, workshops. Yeah, probably that one. And then what else is he getting? He's getting bow somehow. He's not getting riding or athletics. So I don't know how that works. He just floats around without moving, I guess. Trade and then shipmaster when he's on the water. I do wish that they gave a little bit of steward XP and scouting. They should be getting this stuff when they're, because they're technically leading a party. They should be getting all this stuff down here, but that's all right. And then what about money wise? Caravan, he's making 868. That's pretty good. So I think sending a couple more caravans out wouldn't be a bad idea. We just got to watch out for them getting captured, but we can send a few out. We'll get, we'll get our workshops maxed, and then we just need to start making some serious cash so we can outfit everybody properly.